And the gravity of open space leaves a canvas, pure, wide open, white. A real love's life design, stepping up into that nice and slow. The whole world knew the Lord had a love with an everlasting love, a glow. Has it drawn you up with the unfailing kind of love? Kindness and unfailing in the expanses. New neon lights, flickering and blinking up in that strobe light. Constant glow inside of that energy, feeling weightless, untethered inside of the true motion. For a wife, for a new love's life, life's devotion. You drifted further away from everything that you thought you knew. Set still up time, just to feel, sewing up that heart's peel. Be able to cry alone out here. Set step, take up time, so you can cry. You can cry. God's grace is pulling out the weight through the heaviest mists of your heart's fists, being not taken so clearly, cheaply within your own. Their eyes getting welled up to the deepest missions, pulling us up away from our own selves, having a tea on Jupiter or Mars, inside of our classic design of our own hearts realigned with the Lord's and visions realigned with the Most High, Lord of Lords and King of Kings. Through them trials and tribulations and all of them storms might carry on, but the core stays the same in the faith that was made through Jesus Christ's life. Godspeed, drawing us back from all of that empty on repeat. Vast emptiness and spaces, these chests of men, more like a mirror of guns, broken parts and weapons, mosaic of all of them broken parts, broken hearts, when them starts to spark, inside of that spurt, inside of your heart's purse, fighting just to get through that sludge, where them hearts lurk, dead in the dust, in the darkest charades, parts of the earth's cave, where them human hearts. Crimes of conspiracy are so thick and stark, coming in these darkest demons, to be lost off in our tombs, inside of our hearts presumed, cursed up in a heart's purse, feeling cursed. Intense shock waves that whoever drink from the water the Lord gives shall never thirst. And that water he gave will become a spring of that water, welling up to eternal life. Textiles in the glass, mosaic of madness, gazing at that display, texture to be broken up to a kaleidoscope view of broken up parts, dropped into the sea of madness of the colors on space open wide, colors so bright of that kaleidoscope view, the reds, blues and purples, streaks from the Lord's work, lies of brilliance that cannot be contained, to bring through them trials and tribulations that have been set up, galaxies and floating star seeds in the mind, crafting out new vision inside, out of this life bold, with the light of our dear Lord, of the sound, a new vision for these mindset shifts to shift.
Threaded from a certain cut cloth, cosmos and galaxies in bloom, stitched up in these broken parts, the stars realign inside of a light, star seeds get planted from where the truth resides, secrets hide on these spindles of gold, where the truth stays singled, stories all being told, alone in forlorn ways. But that truth's love's design, never grown cold. Eternal hands and that eternal thread, sunshine through that light in Jesus Christ. Unity is divine, inside of our hearts is language that's working on you, binding up those lost hearts and those lost that's been led astray in the way, binding up and building up from these living in the power of the authority in the may, inside of that one that's been given over unto us, may we sleep with the power that's inlaid inside of the Lord. That's love. It's been taken up. The powers, incision, burst steadily at the seams, come together and realign everything, weaving into space and all time. He's been crafting on his own threads of grace, passions with precision in your own artwork, spinning around the orbits and patterns of endless space. A new nebula's born inside of his promises, a radiant truth. Inside of true love's life, you can feel it too. Every single last energy, droplets, threads of eternity. You can feel it in the air, energies that don't lie, woven in their care. Textiles in the galaxies, radiant, bright, everything that shines.
Every stance of that story, and every starlight, star seeds glow, as if it were meant to show you a piece of that forlorn way, staring right back at you, in the face. Love's truth written in scars, inscribed inside of your hearts and minds. Every fiber and every part of that energy was held by God's own words. He spoke. The same into Jesus Christ was given over unto me, the same ways as He pulls in you closer each and every single time. He protected you from all of that crime, the actions out of spite, their whole crime over me, the trust I couldn't believe being shattered, setting up much needed boundaries, discovering that kind of love and patterns wasn't designed for a true love's design, poisoning me up all out of my mind. I spoke up for myself, and they set out to drain me dry, shed my blood out, drown me the fuck out of myself. I had to move around, had to make moves, and them changes they presumed to take over my whole life. But them changes hurt way worse than I expected it to go. The devil wants to rob, kill, and destroy this man's worth, this man's heart's purpose. See driven, but I needed protection from my own energy.
Space. Give me space.
Winter with the fire.
Best I could while we were being set up and eaten up right on staged up ways. When I wanted to run, to heal, to feel somewhere's at home to stay. They still needed me gone, just when I wanted to belong in a love life I never got. I was being robbed, always set or rotted up in that trust abuse, and that kind of downright, outright being tossed up and misused, dismissed and withdrawn, being inside of a super withdrawn war. Great hack would, the great hacker's design would take it there to pull away, make it real confusing, and much more. I'll poison you up all over your skull. Seems to be more out there. There's gotta be something to give. The most in your soul and heart flaps. Real heart stinks inside of that heart. Stacks on the floors, ripped out from underneath you, from underneath your heart. Malice is designed, crafted up for you to fall. Rather resign for your own life. They don't want you to hurt, they want you to hurt worse. Heart's purse than anything could ever hurt. Worse inside of your heart's purse. Emotionally, mentally, physically, to attack you, stake you down, broken while you're already broken up. Try to actually catch your motherfucking breath. Heart's out here, beating inside of and outside of your chest. Got you fighting in a warfare, and not just from that kind of stress. In the mess, the whole bloody way through, getting you into patterns of memories, going away, coming back, going away, coming back. Yeah, get ready for the mission.
Those heartbeats inside of my chest, they had me fighting for every last one of them. My own breath, and not knowing where it was coming from, but I felt it, and I was being sentenced to death by them, having their whole warfare game played strategy over a whole affair. You weren't dying not just from the stress, no, these were patterns of abuse, being memories of him poisoning you up and leaving you all poisoned up all out of your cup, and leaving as much as once and done, but then you'd be falling up, coming back, barely at times, being lost inside of your mind really sucks when you were just feeling fine, not to drown you all out. Enough with all of this kind of criminal stuff. Every single strike's gotten worse and worse, so much worse and more worse than being hacked or just hijacked than ever before. It's identity theft raised to the core, raised stacks as they sought out my life for more, for their total takeover over my life, my whole love's life design and everything within it. And I've never seen anyone could be vanishing so quickly, being left inside of that kind of war zone, But I'm trying not to cry, not trying to pick up that gun and take it there like you wanted me to take it there inside of a cheap way, or do anything else to be inside of trouble, inside of time, outside of my mind. Anyone else that would take it there in the world, I think. This man's done. Left me outmatched, outgunned, inside of an unfair battle, hacked up and misaligned. And he was supposed to be my friend. Coward move, could have taken it there, when he could have just lived his own life, real fair. Stood in the flames, held frame. Such a coward move to have taken it there, using my data clean, stolen up to continue your whole demonic lusting all over my whole life. So I'm out, let me out this hurt ride, want my life back now, incomplete G, how you gonna give it back to me? New memories too, not looking back. I want my new memories back too, the kind I could have made without you ever being in my life in that kind of way in the first place, to hijack and hack up my life by your own sexual deviant ways. You used to be my friend and be thought of as such. This is the last time, done with your shit, because you can get the fuck out now. Inside of your hacker's design, my entire life, time being drawn up inside of your cheap ass crimes, inside of my life. So I'm taking it there, taking it there. I'm breaking free from the chains that you dare to cause me. One more time, one more grief of pain. I'll show you what point of pain really is, and show you the other side of that door. Real cheap, dick ass moves you played on me and complete over my whole life, you see. Except I'll make sure that you know how to fight like a real man before we go. Get through that door, get through that door. Bitch ass moves made, man moves, man. To hack up someone like that and aim at taking their life away. What a dick move. Want no part of your life, a soul is taking it there. I'm not your territory or your property, just don't presume. So I'm not gonna fucking take it or let anyone else try to rape that kind of pain over on me, then rewrite me, rewrite on my heart. No, never again, G. You're wrong, complete ways for thinking that you're gonna get away with this. Straight up dick move. Even when you're wrong, seem right. Cannot move, cannot move. New territory, plotting up my life before I tear your fucking face off tonight. That fucking mask you wear, that fucking mask you wear. You started out with all of your lies, your fake facades, faces and the whispers and the chains. Everything else that I'd rather do had on repeat in my head, as if you almost broke my prayers to the worst ways. My heart was taken there. I wasn't gonna stop fighting for my every last breath, fighting for my mind right through everything that you could presume to take there inside of my life, leaving me homeless for more, searching for more, leaving me poisoned up, lost by your own design. Each and every tiny little glimpse of sleep that I could get, I was fighting just to catch my air to breathe, while also finding out about all of this abuse at the same time. You had been poisoning me up, out of my cup. The decisions that you guys made to take out my life, to steal me out, to steal out my faith. Set the date of my death day. There were invited demons like you just don't know. They set dates, they lit their candles and did their little seances, and to do whatever they'd have to do their satanic rituals over me. To sacrifice my life for their own lusts of the flesh and these sycophants' desires. I was the one fighting to make decisions, make it out all of this hell, this abuse, alive. I was set up and misaligned, gaslit and poisoned up out of my own agility of mind. To drink and think inside of the brain that was my mind. Yeah, they had me brought into more demons in my life to take control of my heart, to take it down even lower and lower than before. As if his sense of entitlement over my own life, my whole entire life, was somehow within his own body, his own refrain, my whole name. As I steadily tried to make sense of all that was raked over my whole soul, with all knives out. Yeah, they thought they had my story told. Worse than ever is with the parts in this people that you just don't know. As if this was all the progressives' plan to leave me flattened out and pressed on, and left drenched up in my being, wetted up, like real wet, as if I was wearing their old body, being drained on repeat. A steady AK going inside of my heart's chest plate, as if all of them stand stills while you're at rest. The world goes in circles and circles around me, still trying to find a little bit of peace inside of that flame left. It's vicious, it's bold, but when I first rose up from the ashes, I couldn't even remember my own name. What happened to me? What am I? And why does this hurt so much? My heart, my soul, feels like it was just dropped into the ground and smashed. I was in the middle of a drive-by, on repeat, set into motion. I couldn't see. Fogged out of my own body, all standing in a drive-by, out on repeat. My life's at standstill while the rest of the world goes in circles and circles around me. Still trying to find a little bit of that peace and flame they left. It's vicious, but it's still inside of my chest. When I first rose up to my feet, I couldn't even remember anything. The torment and pain, my soul hurts, dripped to drop me, dead in the earth. Was set somewhere I just didn't see, hear a thump or anything. Hit the ground as I got up, my chest felt empty, hearing that ticking. Slower and slower of my heart. That flow of the blood going into your body. I wanted to scream and shout, but I just wanted to make it through. See another day. Tears crawl out, die, wither away into the middle of the night. Resign, rewind, the real crime, and reason to speak for my entire life and mind. As I've been hijacked and misaligned, my heart could never be the same. This kind of war crime over me, so please. Stacks of money to hire a lawyer and get them involved inside of this kind of crime spree over me, please. Babe, I need stacks and stacks of money. Like, do you think you can help me out? Do you think you can help me out? Lawyers, drugs, side of a pain well Sought to impress me. Gee. Just more lies. I can't even tell you the toll that it's taken. Set up for a world to be in duress. It's all just more lies, more criminal ties, more ways that they implore. They just don't care. But when it comes to suit themselves, so they can move around the goalposts to encourage any outcome they aim for. My suicidality in this fashion feels staged. A created over me mission on complete ways. Feels strange to my own life in that kind of way. So I'm not gonna stay silent in the whole war brigade made over me. It's been critically thick out here. Just about died enough times not to fear speaking my mind in the ways that I was able to inside of my mind, because I was alive before in ways I wanted to be still today. I can't drum. I needed myself to tell this story, or so I was going to end up killed inside of myself for another's voice, being added to the voice of the voiceless that we speak on inside of our hearts as language that we'd rather keep, like having angels in the pens of the pain. When we go to work, we make the paint work for us, not the other way around. I miss you. I miss who I thought you were. I miss how much you meant to me. Never knew before these things being created to break me, leave me to break me. Complete ways to leave me to the brink. Can't even think. Being poisoned up by design inside of your life, so I can't believe myself when I have feelings, because they missed someone for who they thought that they were. But cut the cord, can't miss someone who could literally just move to kill you. Doesn't even make sense to me. Why do I miss her? Why do I miss him? Miss my family inside no one's division, or no one would even miss me if I was a ghost. How could they miss me? A me that never got to know his own self, inside of the crime that they could take inside of his life. They never got to know the real me. They never wanted to see me, even becoming of me that I could be. So they actually miss me, or someone else who hasn't gotten the chance to really get to know themselves. You can't miss someone in that kind of way. Possible get to know someone who's never gotten to experience themselves intimately, night by day, day by night. By that I mean thoughts being set up and staged, with an entire grade inside of our bodies being aligned to adapt to this type of abuse. It's not living this type of abuse. In them low lows, you learn this ain't living. This ain't living. There's no freedom to life being lived anymore when it cuts you all up inside. Just a fake facade they play, get you to believe in, knowing full well their love's fake. our heels in the world so cheap. Instead, seeing the world, what would it ever even look like? Could it be? If I had to make the kind of monologue of all the best moments of my life, any that I remember was followed by the same old strafe in the deepest hurt that met scars that you couldn't bear, ever being planned for, put up on that shelf like them deepest regrets and those deepest desires and them dreams unmet. So I'm left steadily searching for my best moments met. Me and life out here, not filled with the air, journey being set up, staged up on, rather taken there, set up in stages to ensure that all of your best moments in life being swallowed up and stolen away from you. So how's that supposed to feel real when those you love the most in this life peel, steal, betray you in the worst ways, steal you up out of yourself the worst ways as possible, while poisoning you up real nice and dumb out of your cup, stick and paint you up in your life any old way that they wanted to, best movements made under the darkest radars met, where I've ever felt like life was set to be able to take it there, living a regular life, being followed upon by that most vicious kind of strife, excruciating pain, stealing you away again and again, an identity crime of identity theft all the time, stealing you away from you, presuming your own life, seen it coming to and through, this time cutthroat, can't blame yourself, each and every single time you do, you don't deserve it too, they sought out your whole life in a very calculated way, so call up your best moments as they are, yeah, no, they ghost, they and every one of them were the best of them all, none of them were even there able to truly feel up inside of that true appeals for a true love's life design kind of camaraderie inside of your reality, so no, you're only gonna hurt more and more when it hurts the most. Everything you see in front of you is being altered, rather completely. Your reality, one simple hijack away. It's just not your own, day by day. You're a targeted individual in so many ways. To be having this happen to in your life as someone you wanted to in your life, be as friends, stage you up, to plate you up, be ghosts, leave you coming undone, inside of your own mission, your life, your body and mind, your whole soul, coming undone, not even knowing where things begun, how they were made possible, how you felt unmatched and outgunned, inside of a war's mission, being laid on you real thick. And they did this to me with such ease. No one ever have a problem leaving me unpaid, unclaimed, abandoned dreams, and depleted at the seams, at the heart's level, where all I was searching for was more, inside of a heart's value to hold, in the place, to call up my own home, being lost, searching out this world for more than a home, inside of that mission for love was the home, and love held the key, that kind of home I wanted to feel inside of me.